Hello to all of my solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, side hustlers, whatever you call yourselves. I am so excited to be live again today. Now that I have discovered this marvelous feature, I think I'll be using it more often. I wanted to jump on today and tell you a little bit about this new idea I had for 30 days of giving. Okay, I know that May has 31 days. I get it, I'm aware of that, but I came up with the idea on May 1st, so we skipped May 1st, started today, May 2nd, that gives us 30 days of giving. So every day for the rest of May, I am gonna have something free for you that I hope will help your business grow and up level and prosper and just help you to become a better business person. So today was the very first day and I posted a freebie in the group. If you haven't already gotten it, you can grab it now. You don't have to opt in. You don't have to give your email address. It is just a Dropbox link that takes you straight to my ideal client worksheet. And this is the exact worksheet I use with my one-on-one clients. And you might be wondering, why would I just give that away? Why would I give that away to people who aren't spending money to coach with me? I'm going to do a little bit of an experiment in May and sort of practice what I preach, which is that coaching should really come first and foremost from a place of giving. It should come from wanting to share, wanting to better other people's lives, wanting to help people when you have the resources to do so. And so I am going to give all of May because I want to show you that giving actually makes your business grow, that giving things away for free and creating relationships with people through that spirit of generosity, that actually makes your business grow. So I'm going to use myself as a guinea pig. I'll tell you at the end of the month how it went, but today's day one, and I wanted to jump on and talk about the ideal client worksheet that I put up and just explain why I think that this is so critically important for your business. If you have not been through an ideal client worksheet before, I urge you, download this free worksheet and take the time to go through it. I promise you, it will make a difference in everything you're doing. It will make your posts in groups better. It will make your Facebook ads better. It will make the copy on your website better. It will make a difference in your business almost immediately. It's amazing. So I'm still getting used to Facebook Live and trying to figure it out. If you are watching live with me right now, please pop a little comment in the comment box and just say, I'm here. So I can see who's here with me. I'm still trying to figure out like where I can look at the screen to try to figure out who's watching live. So we will try this together. So if you're here with me live, I would love to know that you're here. Just pop a comment down in the comment box and say, I'm here. You don't have to say anything brilliant or ask brilliant questions. Just tell me that you're here. Okay. So diving in, the ideal client worksheet, go ahead, download that when you get a chance, and it is going to walk you through the questions you need to be able to answer about your ideal client. And why is it so important to define who this ideal client is? Some of you are probably thinking my ideal client is a client who can pay me to do my work. And yes, getting paid for what you do is ideal. But when you talk to no one in particular and you try to reach everyone because you think the wider you cast your net, the greater number of clients that you get in, that's absolutely not true. The wider you cast your net and the more generic your messaging is, and the more you try to have your services and your messaging encompass everybody out there, the less people you're actually going to reach. Okay, when you talk to everyone, you talk to no one. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. When you talk to everyone, you talk to no one. No one hears you when you're being generic and general and you're casting a wide net. No one hears you and no one wants to work with you because people work with specialists. They do not work with generalists, okay? A lot of different examples of this. An example I know I've used before is we recently got some new flooring in our house. And when we started out, I really thought I wanted that wood look tile. Okay, we ended up going with something different. But let's just pretend I had gone with tile. When I started searching around for someone who could do the installation, I was trying to get quotes and figure out how much it was gonna cost us to do the wood look tile. I started asking friends and family nearby for recommendations for people whose specialty was laying tile because I wasn't going to do it. I'm pretty handy, but I'm not laying tile. So I asked around, and two different people gave me the name of a handyman that they had used to install their tile. Now, I've got nothing against using a handyman for projects around the house. I have done it. I had a handyman put in the backsplash in my kitchen. But there's something about this tile flooring, which was going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, that I just wasn't willing to entrust to a handyman who does tile, I don't know, once or twice a year. I wanted someone whose full-time job was laying tile. I really wanted someone that was their specialty. They knew how to do complicated places. I was gonna do my stairs, so I wanted someone who really understood how to do that sort of product on stairs. Think about when you go to the doctor, okay? If you've got a heart problem, do you want to go to your general doctor, your family practitioner? And maybe that's where you start, probably because your insurance makes you start there, because they're gonna make you get a referral for a heart specialist, okay? A lot of you, probably most of you, don't know this about me. I had heart surgery at, let's see, I would have been 25 at the time. It was my last year of law school. I guess it was right around the time I was turning 26, but semantics, it doesn't really matter. I was in my mid-20s, and I had a condition called atrial ventricular nodal reentrant tachycardia. And yes, I still remember exactly how to say it. And it required me to have not open heart surgery, but to have a catheter. I ended up being under for much longer than they thought. They had a lot of trouble finding the problem. They had to go in and burn a spot in my heart, okay? They put in wires through both of my legs, ran them up into my heart, and they burned a spot in my heart. Okay. It's funny now because it's been so long. It's been almost 10 years since I had it done. I had it done December of 2006. So it's been almost 10 years. They told me if I went 1 year after surgery with no recurrences of my problem that I can consider myself cured. And I'm extraordinarily blessed that I have never had another incident. And so it's been almost 10 years. I consider myself cured. But my point is, okay, I was not letting just anyone thread wires from my leg up into my heart to burn a hole in my heart, okay? I wanted not only someone who specialized in heart conditions, I wanted someone who'd done this procedure quite a few times before, please. And I did have complications of my procedure, and so thank goodness it was someone who knew what they were doing, and they seemed to have done a good job, because here I am 10 years later with no problems. So my point is, okay, when we have a problem that we need solved, whether that's we need new flooring, we've got a heart problem, or we need to cure our mindset issues in our business, or we need to know how to craft our launch so that we get the most people in our group program, we go to specialists, okay? I've hired someone whose specialty was Facebook ads. I've hired someone whose specialty was lead pages. I've hired someone whose specialty was launch strategy, okay? I go and look for people who know how to do the thing that I need to learn or that I need to have someone else do for me. And I want someone who this is the core of their business, okay? I want someone that eats, sleeps, breathes whatever that topic is. And you need to be that person, okay? You need to be a specialist at something. Stop thinking that by being like a little good at a lot of different things, that's going to attract more clients. The more niche and the more specialist you become, I promise you, the better results you'll see. I started out only working with people who, and I thought this was niche enough, only people who were in a 9-to-5 and had a side gig and wanted to grow their side gig large enough that they could make that their full-time job, okay? That was my initial focus. I thought that was pretty niche. I mean, not everyone who has a 9-to-5 has a side job too, and it worked for a while. You know where I've gotten my best results? When I niched down a couple of months ago to only advertising, okay, that I was working with people who wanted to work on public speaking. Now, I work with people on other things, and you will too once you get your niche established. I mean, you can branch out a little, but start with one sort of service offering like that. So I focus on public speaking, but I also end up working with people who want to develop or improve their blog, who want to guest blog, who want to do media appearances. I work with people who want to become more visible, who want to establish themselves as experts and then become more visible for their expertise. Hello, Patricia. So it's so good to see you guys pop in here, and the video will be up later. And so if you didn't see it from the beginning, you can go back and watch it from the beginning. But the idea is you come up with something that you specialize in, and that's what gets you noticed, okay? and you will start to feel your business clicking and you're hitting on all the right notes, okay? And the ideal client worksheet that I posted today is going to help you get there, because it's going to force you to sit down and come up with a very specific definition of who your ideal client is. And there's a couple ways you can do this. If you've already worked with clients before, I want you to think of the best client you ever worked with, okay? The most fun you ever had working with a client. And I want you to envision that person as you fill out the worksheet, okay? And they're gonna help you come up with your ideal client. If you haven't worked with clients before, I want you to think about who you would really like to work with, what really excites you and lights you up. In the beginning, in the very, very beginning, I worked only with people who wanted to be in the sports industry, because I had made a career shift from being a corporate attorney to working as a sports media analyst. And I loved working with people who wanted to eventually either get a job in sports or to up-level their job in sports. So think of that thing that you're passionate about, that you really enjoy doing if you don't already have a client, and use your ideal client worksheet for that. You're probably going to find that there are some questions you can't answer, that you just don't know the answer to. Things about your ideal client, what are the fears that keep them up at night, those kind of questions that you'll find on the worksheet. When you run into those kind of questions, it means you haven't done enough research on your market. You might see people posting in Facebook groups who are giving away free coaching sessions or offering some other sort of incentives to have you do a research call with them, because they are researching their ideal client. They see you. I had someone contact me today actually who said, "You look like my ideal client. Would you jump on the phone with me for half an hour and let me do a little research?" That person wants to pick my brain and see someone like me, what keeps me up at night, what consumes me about my business, what do I struggle with? She's going to ask me questions like that because she wants to be able to anticipate what I need. Now, you're going to be able to use those answers for so many different things. It will help you plan your packages so that you're offering the right services to people. It's also going to help you a lot when it comes to writing your copy, whether that's for Facebook ads or it's for your website. You're going to be able to sort of speak the language of your ideal client. You're going to write things in the copy that when they read, they go, "Oh my gosh, she's talking about me. Those are the exact same questions I have," or "those are the exact fears that I have." Have you ever been on a website like that? Have you ever read copy on a website and just felt like the person was speaking to you? I bet they did ideal client research, and they did an ideal client worksheet like this one. Actually, this worksheet is shorter than some of the ones that I've done. When I work with people on one-on-one, this is like my base worksheet, and then depending on their industry and where they're at in their process, there are other questions I add on to it. But this is the bulk of what you need. It's tough to do a one-size kind of fits all, but these questions apply to everyone. And if you get stuck and you don't know the answer to a question, you probably haven't talked to enough people who look like your ideal client. So think about people you know in real life who are like your real client, your ideal client, and ask them if you can have a quick phone call with them, and do what you see other people doing in groups, and post and ask for people who fit a certain profile if they'd be willing to speak with you for a few minutes. I've seen people put up surveys from SurveyMonkey where they ask their questions. There's a lot of different ways that you can get those answers. And as my May 30 Days of Giving goes on, I will have some other tools for you to put with the Ideal Client Worksheet to help you with your messaging and your branding and help sort of piece everything together, okay? So get to work on the Ideal Client Worksheet. If you find that you have questions about it, just post the questions in the group and I will answer any questions that you have. I am so excited for this 30 Days of Giving. And if there's something that you're thinking, gosh, I really hope she gives this away, shoot me a message, leave me a comment, tell me what it is that you're really hoping to see, and I will try my best to make it happen. Thank you so much for everybody who was here with me today and everyone who will watch it on the replay. I hope everybody had an awesome Monday and will have a great rest of the week, and hopefully I'll be back with you in the next day or two. Thanks.